The three images shown now are from the newspaper The Financial Times. The slogan which they use for their newspaper poster advertisement states, "Some tools aren't a luxury," which relates to the images placed within the poster. The tagline the newspaper uses is ruled off from the rest of the text, and it says, "We live in financial times." This could relate to the general area in which the newspaper caters for. As the newspaper is a British international business newspaper, this would mean it would relate to critical issues that are happening in Britain at the current times. Due to the use of these slogans and images, we see that the creator is relating these ideas to the current recession issues happening in Britain. The images within the poster also reflect this, as such images are posed where troops, skiers and parachutes lack their essential equipment in which to do their job, in turn showing the ideas of the creator within the poster. Concerning the graphology in these posters, the images are purposely made larger compared to the text in order to immediately catch the audience's visual attention. Due to the fact there is minimal text, this may also attract the reader's attention. Throughout all three of these posters, there is an orange box placed in the top right-hand corner. This relates to the house style of the newspaper, as the masthead of this newspaper has a black font and is placed on a light orange background. Again, the tagline of the newspaper is, "We live in financial times." This is placed in the same Georgia text as seen on the actual newspaper, so that the audience is aware that this house style is in fact the Financial Times. The writing also placed within the middle of the slogan and the tagline shows basic information concerning the newspaper which is used to persuade the audience, such as the declarative "personalised for you." This shows us that the creator has used personal pronouns in order to reflect the idea that they cater well for their audience and actually care for them. Also, when looking at the other use of language in the slogan, the use of a contraction may show a conversational style of writing, which could connect a relationship with the audience and the creator due to the simple and informal sentences used. In the Times, the first thing the audience are bound to notice is the image which takes up the entire page, despite the small use of text in the bottom right-hand corner. The image shows us one ballerina dancing in a ballet studio on the stage. However, at first glance, this could be deceiving until the audience actually focuses on the other aspects of the newspaper. The image in fact shows that the creator has purposely used the ballerina to show a time lapse in the poster, so as to reflect their slogan, "A short, sharp read." The creator has used this as to portray these ideas, as the ballerina only picks the newspaper up in mid-dance, where it shows she also finishes at this point in the time-lapse, representing that the newspaper is indeed a short, sharp read. When concerning the text on the page, we see that the use of this is through the slogan and the masthead of the newspaper. This also shows that this technique is used between both the Financial Times and the Times newspaper, where the lack of text actually attracts the audience because there is less tedious information to read. This also attracts a variety of individual readers to this newspaper, as such age groups as teenagers are more likely to look at this poster due to the basic use of text. When concerning graphology, these two pieces of text are placed on a script-like background, like papyrus, which was used in past times instead of paper. This could be linked with the masthead, as it appears in an Old English font, again reflecting past time and intertextuality. Also, the use of the ballerina could be ambiguous because the people who view ballet would mainly be of middle class, and because of this, suggests that the people who read this specific newspaper would be middle class and are also sharp and intelligent. Lastly, the curtains in the background of the image could connect with the middle class, as they are also used to connote a sense of luxury. In The Guardian, the general layout appears to have a white background with an orientation of portrait. This is unusual to find, as in the advertisements I have previously looked at, this is the only one that is portrait. The image on the poster is also off-centre and shows a football pitch with the overview of the corner. The selection of colours also used in this image have been made green in reference to the grass of the pitch. The text in the poster mainly revolves around the newspaper giving match updates through podcasts, persuading the audience to also use another product of theirs. The text within the picture of the newspaper is also coloured light green and dark green, as it refers to the game which they comment on. The use of a football pitch could also reflect that this newspaper caters for both a working class and a middle class audience, as these are the classes more likely to be interested in football and similar sporting activity. The newspaper has also used a variety of colours within their advert besides green. These are quite bright and therefore attract the audience's attention, as it would also be the first thing they notice. The use of these colours may show an underlying meaning that the readers of the newspaper could also be bright and straight to the point. The use of language in The Guardian generally creates a relationship between the reader and the writer. This is because in the poster the writer has used such things as personal pronouns like you to convey a conversational style of writing, like in the sentence, "You could live without it, but why would you?" Also, the use of an rhetorical interrogative suggests that the reader should not question the statement any further and accept that the obsessive detail is good. In the bottom right-hand corner of the advert, the creator has used text with the recurring colour of green and yellow to connect the poster together. This is effective as it doesn't have too many colours and therefore isn't too overloading for the audience. Within this text there is basic details concerning the newspaper, such as what the aim of the advert was for, and the details of their website where they can look into further information on the issue seen in the poster. In the Shropshire Star, the general layout appears to be just a plain white and silver background with both a white and silver frame that borders the poster. These colours may also be seen on their website along with the colour blue which is used in their masthead. The images within the poster are very simplistic and contain a paper aeroplane and a newspaper immediately at the bottom of the poster. The first image connects with the slogan stating "We're up there with the best", as it shows that the newspaper sponsors the RAF Air Show, and therefore this image is extremely relevant to the charity and therefore becomes effective towards an audience. The second image can also be seen as effective if the audience does not know what the newspaper looks like as a whole, and therefore through the use of this small image a viewer would be able to recognise this straight away. The text within this paper appears to have the slogan in a larger font to immediately attract the audience to the overall point of the newspaper. The actual sponsor also appears in the same font, however it is in a slightly smaller size so as to give the audience a connection with the slogan. These texts are either silver or black and again linked with the style of the background and website so as to be as simple as possible for the audience. The only other text that appears on the advert apart from the credit is the information of the content inside the newspaper, using a list structure in order to show the whole picture of what is inside the newspaper by claiming for news, sports, business, motoring, property, entertainment and job opportunity. It also shows the audience where this can be purchased through the use of the newspaper name and the introduction of the website name.